Hi. All right. It's me, Weird Amy. I've got a journal flip through for you. Yay. So I finally got done with one. Look how thick that is. I work in a bunch of journals at once usually, so they never get done because I am too impatient to try, so I just grab a new one. So this is like only the third journal I've ever completed, so it's kind of exciting. I think anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna show you my journal, and hopefully this video is not too fuzzy and stupid and I don't know. But anyway, so I'm gonna flow through my journal, and this is the cover, and I love this bunny so much. It's so cute. This is Neocolor 2s on top of Inktense pencils on top of gesso. So you put your gesso down and then you do like base colors and the Neo or in the Inktense pencils because they don't reactivate. And then I used Neocolor 2s over top, and it comes out so vibrant, like I can't even tell you how great that effect is. It's fantastic. Um, in the next page, like this is just the Neo colors with I didn't even gesso underneath of it, and this is with gesso but no Inktense, and it's still pretty good, but you can see the difference. Like this is amazing. And these guys are great too. Look at that cute little ducky face. She's cute. And your cute little cow pinches little cheekies. But anyways, definitely not as vibrant as the bunny, so I can recommend it. This is, like I said, probably my third journal I got done, so a lot of this stuff goes back to quite some time ago, maybe like 5 years ago or so. Like all this stuff at the beginning is definitely from, I think, documented life. It was prompts and stuff, so yeah, it goes back quite a ways. Um, I love this quote. It's Georgia O'Keeffe, and it says, I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I am quite free. And I love that quote. I think it's so great to know that, like, you give yourself approval. You don't need approval from someone else. That's such a great message or whatever. It's quite, I think it's really smart. Everybody needs to read that, especially artistic people, but also especially everybody. There's a lot of stuff in here. This is hideous, but the sentiment, it's a good sentiment. And it has a lot of texture, which I don't do anymore. And that's what I was going to say. Oh, this is inspired by Mindy Lacefield. It's not quite like hers, but her girls, but it's inspired by her. But a lot of this stuff is stuff I wouldn't probably do now. Especially a lot of the texture stuff. I don't tend to do that. I love this page so much. Oh, I love it so much. I fussy cut all these little things. It was I printed off of the computer this image of the Ferris wheel, and I fussy cut that. Yeah, I will not be doing that again anytime soon, but I love how that looks. It's one of my favorite things. And even the lettering for me, I'm not good at that. I love it. I love this girl saying it, and I love the idea of it. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Love the colors. Anyways, yeah, a lot of like this textury stuff I would not do anymore. I like my illustration stuff that I do, so I don't have to worry about what's on the page before being too bumpy to draw over. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done textured stuff on, I think, on purpose, other than just trying to get rid of stuff that I've hoarded, you know, like I'm gonna use it so I don't have to be called out for being a hoarder. Um, I like that little boat. I think it's cute. But yeah, so you have to use that stuff. But other than that, other than trying to get rid of the stuff I've hoarded, I've not done any like with like modeling paste or whatever, than much textury stuff. This is, I like this background. It's so, the colors are so pretty in pastel. It was Dylusions ink, and I totally cannot remember what I put over it to make it be pastel, because it wasn't gesso, because it's not quite that pastel, but, and this is like an accident because I've glued stuff on the next page. And I'll just say, please forgive me, because these were prompts, and it is not good. Some of them are really not good. Like this, it has, I think glitter was the prompt, and I'm not a glitter person, in this form, especially. But, but yeah, a lot of this stuff, and I don't tend to work off prompts too much anymore, or I haven't for a while. Not that I wouldn't, but I just haven't been, I guess. And this page is pretty. I hope that it picks up the colors like pretty accurately because it's actually very pretty. And it is textured and with stencils and stuff. And yeah, anyways, it's pretty in real life. This, I don't know if you can see this, if it picks it up, but these are Heidi Swap like shimmer sprays or something like that. They've got the like little mica powders in it or whatever. And like I said, this is like from 5 years ago probably. And it's still like, it sticks to the page. That's the like positive thing. Like, oh, I lied. It's on my fingers a little bit. But like for the most part, it sticks to the page. It's not like other stupid glitter, like being the like herpes of the craft world or whatever, where you have glitter on you 17 years later from that one time you used glitter. So that's the mica glitter is the form of glitter I mostly approve of. But yeah, like this page, this is so textury and I like it, but I haven't done stuff like that for a while. Mostly it's illustratory stuff like this. And like I said, this is a while ago, so I feel like I would have a better concept of what a mug is shaped like now, but I think you can get the gist that it's a mug, you know. That's what's important. And my bad actual handwriting. Well, my actual handwriting is worse than this, but yeah, it's pretty bad. There's a lot of collage stuff in here, which some of them are okay, and others of them are clearly first attempts. And some of them like this was, I like these, what are they called? It starts with an A. I'll never remember it. My sister's in the watching this video yelling it out at me. I know she is. Like that's not a bad collage. I like that. I think it makes I like to think that your eye moves around the page and looks at the different stuff, which I think is one of the points of collage stuff is that your eye should move around and look at everything. Aside from what the collage means. This poor ugly girl. My girls sure look different than they used to. I feel like I can see some growth, and I like that. They're not all great, but, you know. I copied this directly from Tamara Laporte or Willowing. I would never sell it or whatever, but, you know, that's what makes it wrong, I think, to copy, and I would never claim that it came out of my brain because it didn't. But I love that little elephant so much, and I think there was a tutorial for it, so I feel like if there's a tutorial, obviously it's okay to copy. But yeah, I would never sell it or whatever, so it's a great way to learn stuff, just to copy people, and it's how you learn stuff, and like you can gauge how much control over your hand that you have, like your eye telling your hand what to do if you can get a pretty good copy. I think so. It's a good way to tell if you've grown in your skill level, I think. And as long as you're not shady about it, I don't think there's anything wrong with copying. So that's how like painters used to do it back in the olden days or whatever. So I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that they did that wasn't great, but yeah, copy, it's fine. As long as you don't claim it as yours and be a jerk about it, you know. This is a really cool technique that my sister showed me. This is it was just something that came off of the printer, like, you know, printed out a page or whatever. And then you take, I think it's called UD, or it's ultra thick embossing powder, and you put it on a couple layers, and then you can take and crack it and get these really cool, like, you know, cracks or crazing or whatever, depending on how thick it is. But oh, it looks so cool. I have a couple of those that I still have, like, won't use because I love them so much. I even know how to do it, but I like them and I like the images, and I haven't used them. I need to do that. Quit being a crazy hoarder. The perfect page will be made, you know, at some point. I know, but my sister Marion did both of these. I think she copied I don't think she directly copied what was online, but she copied the style of this. It was like real stained glass looking, and that's pretty. And she drew that. And yeah, she's a great artist. She's awesome. And she's helped me on my artistic journey quite a lot. This cat, I think, is a direct copy, although mine is not as good as the original for sure. I love this little guy. I like his chest hair. I think it's hilarious. And it says, "The chief enemy of creativity is good sense." And that's a Pablo Picasso quote, which, again, I don't think he has like the greatest ideas about anything. Because I think I'm kind of a logical person. So I'm fully okay with nonsense. and I like to make that be a part of my daily life, but a lack of good sense is a problem. I don't think it's an enemy of creativity at all. I disagree with him. And he's a, I don't know, probably not the best role model, so I don't mind saying I disagree with him. Yeah. This little dog I think is cute. I can draw other animals okay, but dogs continue to evade my grasp, and I don't know why, but I think he's kind of cute. I like him. That I'm pretty sure is a direct copy of something I saw online, but I kind of liked his like unibrow, stern eye, mustache, no mouth. I don't know. He's cute, I think, so I copied him. She may or may not be a direct copy or like a really close copy to something I saw online. I can't remember. Sometimes that happens. But I don't want to be a liar and say for sure that it's mine, so I'm just gonna say I'm not sure. um, this turned out not great, but I like how this turned out. I think that looks kind of actually pretty decent. I was proud of that. I was messing around. Actually, oh, there's one. I like how this looks too. I don't do that a lot. Like it was something I did that was really quick and like I didn't fill in everything all the way, and I like how it looks, and I need to do more like that instead of having to have everything like leaving white space and stuff. I don't do that, and I should. It looks good. I think it looks good. It's a thing, and I like how it looks. Different applications. I did lie. These are textury, and I did do these recently, but also it was to see if... I think I was trying to see if my... what is the name of that stuff? Gel medium was still good, if it would glue these things down that I got, so... And I've had these forever, and I just wanted to put them... They're felt. They're really cool little stickers. I like them so much. And I was like, why are you still in the pack? I'm sticking you on this page so that I can enjoy you for eternity. A lot of this stuff that I'm doing is inspired by James Burke. So like, I know for sure if there's a mermaid in here, it's James Burke inspired. And like, this is his character Daisy, with the like scallopy hair and the eye shape like this, like the, I don't know, like mid-century cartoon eyeballs or whatever. I like it. I actually like her a lot for as like simple and weird looking as she is. Like her hair is part of it used to be scrapbook paper treat. Yeah, I like that. This is James Burke inspired. This background of this is Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. These things are so pretty. Like I need to do more with those because I have them and I don't, and it's really pretty. This is inspired by James Burke's Swatch dolls. She looks like a middle-aged lady in a house coat, and I like her a lot. And that was too. This was a really smart idea, is to use like your stencils that you don't use and make mermaids' tails. But I didn't have any like swirly stencils, but I do have a bunch of swirly stamps, and then I messed it up. But I like the idea, and I'll have to go back to it. I think it's really cute. And this is James Burke inspired for sure. Like this is one of his face stamps that he sells in his Etsy store, that I just modified a little bit to make it my own or whatever. This was a couple different stamps that I have, not James Burke stamps, but various and sundry stamps. But it looks sketchy because I went over in a pencil, and that's his like an idea I got from him, and I love that idea. It's really smart, and it's a good way to use stamps whenever you don't want to make everything look exactly the same. And I think that was an issue I was having, but I have a bunch of stamps. So this is a direct copy from James Burke from like here up, I want to say. This part is me. It's a collaborative effort that I got. Is a washi sticker that I got, that I love those washi stickers. I wish I had ordered like 100 packs because I don't think he sells them anymore, or they're not in his shop currently. And if they ever go back in his store, I will be buying like 3 sets at least, because they were not very expensive and I love them. They're so cool. And then I got inspired to make this little guy and this little guy from this little guy. So he's not attached at the bottom. His legs stick out. I think that's funny. And I think he's cute. And this is a James Burke tutorial for his Merry Mix Media course that is free on Teachable. But I don't care about Christmas, so I just made it be a forest with like fancy tree trunks or whatever. And Starry Starry Night is from a song by, I think, Don McLean, called Vincent, about Vincent Van Gogh. So I'm going to turn this. These aren't great. These are just whatever. That's a stamp set. This stamp set is really pretty though. And this little deer I thought was cute. This was this Christmas tree tutorial from James Burke, and I got a splotch of green paint here, and I was like, "Gah!" I was so annoyed. And then I was like, "I'll just make a monster to hide the spot that you can see right there." So he's shocked. He's shocked by it. And this guy was originally going to go here, and I was just going to slit the edge of the tree and fill it in because I didn't care about this page as much. I could just slap something over it and it would be fine. But yeah, I made him too fat, so I put the long skinny guy in there instead. So now he's shocked at my laziness. This is the Christmas tree tutorial, but I thought it would make a cute dress, so I made a cute dress. And this is one of James Burke's face stamps, and anything that has a headdress is inspired by James Burke because I don't do that. So totally his ideas. This is another lesson in the Merry Mix Media course called Who Is She Though? And it shows you how to draw this cute face. And you're supposed to make them be Christmas ornaments, but again, I don't care about Christmas, so I just give her legs and fancy leggings. I wish I had fancy leggings. I love this. This is the first, this is watercolor, but the rest of it is gouache, and this is a direct copy of something I saw online. And I love it so much because I think she's yelling for the cat and telling the cat to go inside, but the cat's right there, like, I'm not going to be doing that. It makes me laugh. And yeah, I like that a lot. I like the original, and I was really happy with how mine turned out. Again, inspired by James Burke. And also, this washi tape is so cute. It's foxes. I love it. It's like a scrapbook paper where you hoard it, and that's what you do with washi tape too. And I tend to use it like this to hold stuff in. I don't think it was a direct copy, but it was inspired by something I saw online, but it probably was James Burke. I'm not going to lie, but I don't know that for sure. So it's just not my original idea. This was hideous. I don't know what's happening there. It's ugly. I think I was trying to get rid of this stuff because I didn't like it. I should have just thrown it away. I made a really cool mushroom inspired by Josie's Muse on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. And then the page behind it, I messed up because these stupid eyeballs I was trying to get right, and I pushed too hard with the pen, and it bled through, and I was so irritated at myself. And I made this eyeball wonky underneath this eye patch. Like, this is a piece of paper I added later, and the eyeball was wonky, so I added the eye patch, and then I drew an eye over top, but repeated the same mistake like an idiot. So stupid. But now that's just our secret. This is James Burke's character Daisy in her extreme close-up, which I thought was cute. I have this, like, a bunch of stuff like this that's like thick, or it's too much stuff, but I like it and don't want to get rid of it. So I was just randomly adding stuff. Like, this is super, like, you can see how thick he is. Look how puffy he is. Little Snoopy. But I like this. It's from a song by, I think, Gregory Alan Isaacoff. It's a line from this song that says, "I'm a ghost in the garden scaring the crows." And I love that line, and it sticks with me. And one day I will make a really pretty page inspired by it. But it just had to go into my journal in some form. So it's right there. I like this. I did this one like really recently, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. And like, not to get too woo-woo hippy dippy on you, but this black thing, I thought about like being in a dark headspace, but you're coming out of it, and that's what that made me think about. So I'm proud of my hippy dippery, I guess, on that one. And Smooth Sailing Never Made a Skilled Sailor, and Fiend is done. So now, I have to get this guy smashed together so that, oh no, go back in there, so that it'll fit on the shelf, and I can start finishing more journals. I shouldn't say start. I have plenty in the works, but work on finishing the ones that I've had in the works for a long time. So I hope you like looking at that, and I'll hopefully make more videos later, and that's all I got. So I hope you liked it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.